addictions? What if they're demons?
Anger.
They're subtle demons, though. They're a demon that just takes over you.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be easy to fix that. All you have to do is read from the Bible, and they have to leave.
The demons?
Yeah.
No, they like it when you read the Bible.
No, you remember The Exorcist? The guy fucking
reads the Bible.
Yeah, reads the Bible.
The
demon can't take it.
And it goes away.
Yeah. Seems pretty easy. So they got to be subtle.
Yeah.
They got to be subtle. They got to be cunts.
Yeah.
Maybe there's people out there that are cunts that don't want to be cunts, but they're just possessed. There's a demon.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I think it's sometimes if you're working on like trying to fix a habit, just as a thought experiment,
pretend it's a demon.
Pretend a demon is making you do it. You become more compelled to stop. Like a demon of sloth. The demon that's just like, no, man, listen.
Call in sick.
Just relax. You don't need to fucking exercise. What are you doing? You know, like this, the language is so important in like working with yourself, you know? And I think some of the language that we use right now is the identical thing. Now we say neurosis.
Yes.
We don't say demon, we say neurosis. And actually Carl Jung recognized, I don't want to let go of it. No, Carl Jung recognized that human personalities, they can fragment, and that like a fractal or something, some weird little piece of you via ignorance breaks off and gets like lost in your subconscious because you can't deal with the fact that that's part of you, which a lot of people, it's interesting, a lot of people, they don't want to I get angry sometimes. I don't want to admit that I lose my temper because I find that to be very weak, and I find that to be very like unfortunate. I've gone to therapy for it. It helps, but it's easier for me to not admit it. And by not admitting it, if I get really good at not admitting it, it sits like a fungus in the darkness. And according to like some theorists, it actually takes on its own life. It gets its own weird little personality and its own self, which is why some people, sometimes something comes out of them and their friends are like, who the fuck are you right now?
Right.
What is that? It's like, oh, what you're seeing is a fragment of my personality that every once in a while surfaces, embarrasses the shit out of me, and then goes swimming back down.
Another problem? When you say things, sometimes while you're saying them, you're not exactly sure what you're saying. And then you have to back it up. And then you have to stick with it. And then you have to defend it.
Wow, yeah.
Because most of the time, like including this very second right now, I don't know what I'm going to say next.
Right.
Because I'm just winging it. You and I are best friends. We've been friends forever.
Yeah.
We don't have to prepare.
No.
I don't know what the fuck you want to talk about.
No.
We're wearing costumes. Look at us.
It's like there's a script
We're
that
high as
someone
fuck.
sends us.
This is nonsense. But when human beings can figure out how to communicate like that, if you can communicate in like the purest form, like you're not worried at all.
Yeah.
Just talking. We're just talking amongst each other. That could fix everything with people.
Yes.
If we could just get together and talk about it. We could have disagreements, and we can have like, the problem is like there's these hot button things that are just undeniably awful, whether it's crime or war or you know, and horrific things. It's like, how do you rationalize that those things are a part? How do you rationalize the fact that when we send drones out to the Middle East, that we kill a ridiculous amount of innocent people?
Right.
Like more than half. It's some crazy number, right?
Yeah.
How can you ever justify that as a human? You can't.
Right.
So we kind of have to ignore it and find other things to get upset at.
Yep.
Even though we know it's a thing.
Right.
We're not like all of us like banging on the door of the Pentagon going, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? You're shooting missiles in the fucking wedding parties because you think some guy's cell phone is in there that might be a terrorist?
Yeah.
Well, how are you doing this how are you doing this in the early 2000s? What kind of fucking Windows 98 were you running that fucking thing on?
How does this make sense?
How does any of this make sense?
As a conversation, like this is how you're going to settle problems?
And this is all going on simultaneously with your fucking mortgage being late and your cell phone not working and your dog's got diarrhea and your wife got into a fender bender and your fucking kid got in trouble at school and the fucking taxes are going up and the gas prices are going higher and there's no more water and they're finding bodies in Nevada and you thought you put that guy in the middle of the lake and he was a little too shallow and you never anticipated a drought.
It's so awful when that happens.
Did you see that body they found?
Dude, I know. I keep thinking about whoever that guy is. Like, just like, motherfuck.
Right out of the movie Casino.
I know, man.
Guy in a barrel with a bullet in his head, dressed up like the 1970s.
You think somebody was like, hey, listen, are you sure you want to put it there? You know, I've been looking at, I saw this movie, An Inconvenient Truth. I think the climate's going to change. We shouldn't put our barrels there. And he's like, hey, listen, shut the fuck up. There's no climate change. We'll dump our fucking barrels there. That lake's going to be there forever. And then